In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to make a rubber rim tape strip for a bicycle wheel using the rubber from an old inner tube. So right now I'm working on fixing up this old bike, and I noticed that the rim tape on both of the wheels is starting to disintegrate. This rubber strip plays an important role on the inside of the rim by protecting the inner tube from coming in direct contact with the sharp ends of the spokes and nipples. If you go to a bike shop, you can usually pick up some replacement rim tape, and it's really not that expensive. However, if you're the type of person who likes to do your own bike repairs, there's a good chance you have a few old inner tubes laying around, so I'll show you how to transform one of those into one of these and save yourself a trip to the bike shop. So we need to start by cutting off a long, narrow strip of rubber. I'm using a piece of the old rim tape as a guide for the width, but it really doesn't need to be exact. Since the inner tube has this white stuff on the inside, I'm going to rinse it off in the sink to get rid of it. After it's dry, I now wrap the strip around the rim and trim it so that the two ends touch. When I fasten the two ends together, I'm going to overlap them by about 5 centimeters. The slack which is taken up from this will make the rubber stretch and help it stay in place. To fasten the two ends together, I'm going to use the vulcanizing solution that comes inside of a standard inner tube patch kit. Just like you would for applying a patch, you want to use the provided sandpaper in the kit to roughen up the surface of the rubber before applying the solution. Now I can apply a thin layer of the vulcanizing solution to each of the two ends and wait for about 5 minutes or so. You always want to give this stuff a chance to dry before bonding. Now that it no longer looks wet and shiny, the two pieces are ready to be stuck together. So after being very careful to make sure that there aren't any twists in here, I can take these two ends and line them up very carefully and press them together, pushing firmly on them. And as you can see, it makes a really strong bond. So now the one final thing that's missing is to make a hole in here like this one has, which is where the valve stem will stick through. One way to do that is to fold this in half and use scissors and cut a semicircle out here, and then when you unfold it, it will make a full circle. But since I happen to have a hole punch for paper, I'm going to use that instead. So now I can install this on the wheel, being careful to line up my hole with the hole which is punched in the rim. And here you can see I made replacements for both of the wheels for this bike. So another option for do-it-yourself rim tape is to use tape, such as electrical tape or hockey tape. I've tried this before and it does work. However, the main downfall is that after you have that stuck down there, if you ever run into a problem where you need to replace one of your spokes or you need to replace one of these nipples, then it's really hard to access them because the tape is stuck on top, so you need to sort of peel it all back to be able to access them. So I much prefer having the rubber rim tape because I can very easily, move it out of my way and just put it back if I ever need to service this wheel in the future. Anyway, that concludes this tutorial. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section below, and thanks for watching.